Elizabeth Dawkins with That's Love for You podcast, and today we're going to be talking about 3 ways to get along with the people you work with. There's a good chance you spend more time with coworkers than almost any other person in your life. Thus, you must work as a team. You must cultivate strong relationships. After all, your team can make the difference between success and failure on a project. Strategies such as building a solid rapport with your coworkers, understanding their personalities, and remaining respectful of their differences can help you form meaningful relationships. It's important to remember that your coworkers' strengths and weaknesses can make for productive or unproductive teams. The bottom line is team members that work harmoniously together reap greater successes. And that can only work if everybody on the team knows their role and voice on the team. So, how can you get along with your coworkers? These tips that I'm about to share can help you with it. Number 1, cultivate and maintain respect for your colleagues. Respect is a mutual exchange that once established grows over time and is seldom lost. It would be best if you strived to express to others, including your coworkers, by acknowledging their hard work, acknowledging their positive contributions and their unique attributes, their unique skills. Once they're acknowledged, then you establish a connection. They are more likely to respect you in return when you do this. Respect can be challenging to cultivate, but it can pay great dividends. And you can show respect in many ways. And this is an example. Number 1, avoid the temptation to take other people's food out of the refrigeration. That's called OPFs. Stay out of other folks' food in the refrigerators at work, please. When you're sick, ask someone to cover your shift so you can go home to recuperate. Don't stay home, or don't stay behind at work and expose everyone to the risk of catching your illness. Achoo, achoo, excuse me, God bless you. Nobody wants to be catching your illness. So, guess what? Ask somebody to cover your shift so you can go home to recuperate and get better. Don't stay behind and expose yourself and expose other people to the risk of catching your illness. Finally, don't take credit for work that you didn't do. That's a surefire way to guarantee animosity between you and your colleagues. And be observant. If someone goes out of their way to tell you something that annoys them, avoid doing that behavior in the future. Number 2, keep things professional. Some people say it's not personal, it's just business, but many find themselves mixing their personal lives with work. It's natural. After all, humans are social creatures and like to talk about themselves. Unfortunately, mixing business with personal life can cause rifts between coworkers if not kept in check. Keeping your personal life out of the workplace is suitable for everyone. On top of personal information, it's a good idea to keep topics like politics, religion, and other controversial matters out of the workplace. The workplace should be a place to promote friendship, cooperation, and camaraderie, not drive everyone apart. That does not mean all forms of communication and information are harmful. A few details about your weekend and your hobbies are fine, but talking about your personal life all the time will make it difficult for coworkers to feel comfortable around you. Number 3, build relationships from day one. If you do your best to make a good impression from day one, you'll have more leeway and a better relationship with your colleagues. Also, you get to know your coworkers. They'll get to know you. You'll be able to talk about hobbies that you have in common. And when you start a new role, don't just focus on studying the ins and outs of the position. Take some time to meet your colleagues, build relationships, and get to know them. The initial impression can give you a leg up on building a working relationship when we're looking for ways to get along with people, especially at the workplace. It's also good to practice good office etiquette. Just as good manners help you with life in general, they are just as important in the workplace. Office etiquette includes greeting others when you pass them in the hallway, or making eye contact when you're speaking with them, as well as not interrupting when other people are talking. These are simple gestures that can go a long way in a building to keep a positive relationship going on in the office so that everybody is good and happy and everything's cool. These simple gestures can go a long way in building a positive working relationship with your coworkers. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode on 3 simple ways to get along with your coworkers. It's not that hard. This is Linda Dawkins with That's Love for You podcast. Stay tuned for some more. And don't forget to subscribe.